Welcome, Buckeye Association of School Administrators Fall Conference. This is a really important time for us in public education. I feel like I get up here and say that every year. We've come a long way since we were booted out of the Ohio Education Association, but we've done okay for ourselves in those 49 years.
Some people say it was the Columbus teacher strike in the early 60s. There were other incidences before that. It got to the point where OEA said, we don't need you anymore, you can leave. When you go, you can't take your desk or any files, just leave. And there was a heated discussions. Our predecessors walked across the street from the OEA office and began talking about we need an organization.
At that point voted themselves, what, a $60 assessment?
At a time that superintendents probably didn't make much more than $18,000 or $20,000 a year.
15.
Excuse me.
I didn't have $60 for a lot of Diddy Moore on our table after that for a while.
I came from a rural area of the state. In my county, there was only one other school district. If we wanted to have any kind of conversation about anything going on, with just two of us. That very first year as superintendent, I came to the very first BASA conference. It was absolutely a matter of the networking and creating the network, and I felt quite strongly about that.
I began superintendency in 1977. You just automatically became a member of BASA and knew that you were going to get the opportunities for professional learnings that you needed to be a superintendent.
One of the first things I got involved in here as a BASA staff member was long involvement in terms of the school finance issue. That was an interesting time. I was in the witness stand with an overhead projector and a screen in the jury box, the old days. You know.
Our current members probably don't understand what an overhead projector is.
No, they don't.
The case went to the Ohio Supreme Court. The court sided with the DeRoffs in declaring the current system of funding unconstitutional.
I think as society has progressed into its litigious factors, we've seen that with the superintendency. We're doing a lot more with litigation because of how people look at things, and really forced us to upgrade what we were doing from a professional development standpoint. John had this special sense that my job is to be there for the superintendent. We needed to help new superintendents learn about the job and the types of things they were going to face before they got hit in the face with them. And that gets back to the whole networking aspect of the superintendency and how critical it is that each superintendent learn from each other, to gain from each other, network with other superintendents.
How you doing?
How are you, Dana?
Great to see you.
Dr. Klinke, sir, how are you? And we hope that at some point during this next day and a half, we strike a chord that causes you to consider some new things, because sometimes you need a little outside boost to see the world a little differently.
We're at a place right now where it is becoming a hot topic because of need.
By not doing our job on the front end and making sure that we handle the discipline in an appropriate fashion, we're impacting our culture.
We really need to help other women leaders in these areas, such as networking and mentoring, navigating pathways to superintendency.
I started back when Dick Maxwell was leading the organization and Jerry Klinke was there and Tom Ash. There's a lot of years of experience there. It's kind of neat to see how it's evolved into the issues that we're dealing with in our schools and our communities.
When I became a superintendent, which is undoubtedly the most difficult job I think anybody could have, it was just a different feeling that you had a group of people that were going to support you. And knowing that through time, superintendents are changing, not only in our skin color, but our gender and who we stand for. Coming out of our box and looking at others' strengths and how those strengths can really add to our profession is extremely important.
It is very important for superintendents from big city school districts, superintendents from small districts to come together. When that happens, you maximize opportunities for learning. And that's what it's about.
You look at the people who have been doing it for 20 years, you think, wow, that's a long way away, but it goes pretty quick. I don't think it's beyond the realm of possibility that there's a young superintendent in the room today who will be here when we're filming the 100th anniversary video. Good luck to whoever that is.
We've always stayed true because we have always kept our network and our relationship with our fellow superintendents.
Hope this comes across right. From Harris-Seybold to Kurt, our egos were not more important than this organization.
That's correct. You had a very low ego, Rod.